So this is the second update to my new FTSE 250 series, where I look into maximizing the amount of shares that I have in the FTSE 250 at a time when others are looking at other ETFs, because I personally believe that the FTSE 250 is going to give us great returns in the next 2 years. In any case, it will be very interesting to find out what happens, and it's only been about a week and I've made some changes to the portfolio that I wanted to update you guys about. So over the past week, as always, the FTSE 250 has been extremely volatile, and as you can see from this graph, there have been periods of more than 1% declines and also more than 1% inclines, meaning that if you were perfect at timing the market, you could quite easily get 1% per day, and if that was compounded, you'd become a millionaire in a very short period of time. But anyway, as we all know, there's no perfect way of timing the market, but I do think in a very volatile system, you only have to get certain amount of timings correct for you to make more money than probably if you were to just keep dollar cost averaging. So in my previous update, I had 1,494 shares in the Vanguard FTSE 250 worth about £44,184. So as you see from my portfolio, I have done a bit of buying and selling within my ISA just to make a few more extra shares, and it's very fun for me to actually ride out the volatility. So in this video, I'm going to show you that I have purchased a few more shares and exactly how that pans out in my portfolio. So this is my Trading 212 portfolio, and if I scroll all the way to the bottom, you can see that currently I have 225 shares in the Vanguard FTSE 250. So as you can see, I purchased 53 the other day, and that was at a price of £29.07. I thought that was an extremely good price, and if I had woke up earlier in the morning, I would have realized that it was actually on sale at £28 something, and if I had bought it then, it would have been a better purchase price. But like I said, there's no perfect way of timing the market, and sometimes we're going to have to miss out on some of the potential sales. That's not to say that the FTSE 250 won't crash and go all the way up to 26. So it really is more time in the market rather than trying to time the market. So currently I have 225 shares in my Trading 212 Invest account worth around £6,610. So you can see that my average price is £29.34. So I would say that's an okay price. It probably will go down, but in any case, I'm very happy with it. And you can see that my overall return is negative £13. So that's a 0.21% loss. You can see over the past week, there has been huge volatility, and I've just been trying to buy at the lowest price. Right here, it was around £28.90 something. It would have been a great price to buy. But as you can see, that was only at 8:30 in the morning. A lot of the times, early morning trading, you do get better prices, but at the same time, it could be opposite. You could get it for a higher price. So the volatility is extremely high in the morning. So going into my Trading 212 ISA, you can see that I only have the FTSE 250. This is because in my ISAs, I'm trying to only invest in the FTSE 250 at the moment. So if I go into it, you can see I have 716 shares worth around £20,985, and my current return is negative £377. So that's a 1.77% loss. My average price is a lot higher in my ISA than in my Trading 212 Invest account. In my Trading 212 Invest account, I'm not going to try to time the market because I want at least some of my portfolio to stay steady whilst I try to time the unpredictable market in my ISA. And in any case, any capital gains made on the ISA is not liable to a tax bill. You can also see from my free funds that I have £0 both in my ISA and my Invest account. So currently in my ISA, there's no additional way of putting any more money because I have 100% ISA utilization. So that means the only way that I can increase the number of shares I have is by selling at a higher price and then trying to buy it at a lower price. So because I purchased all of these shares at £29.81, I think it will be quite a bit of time until I can make that money back and then hope for it to drop again. As always, this video is not financial advice, and the sole purpose of this series is either one, to either make me money. I'm aiming for around 10% return per year, including investing in volatile markets. But the second reason is because of entertainment purposes. I am taking my risk with my own money. Anyone can do whatever they want with their own money, and this is not financial advice. Please don't copy this, because more than likely what you're going to end up doing is investing for the short term and then make some capital losses while you sell it at a loss because you can no longer stomach all the red that you see in your portfolio. So overall, in my Trading 212 accounts, I have 941 shares worth around £27,595. So going into my free trade account, we can also see I have a few 2 shares in the FTSE 250. Funnily enough, somehow it worked out that I have almost exactly the same amount of shares in my general investment account on Freetrade that I have on my Trading 212 Invest account. So in my Freetrade account, I have 224 shares with a value of around £6,555. My average price is £29.80. So like I said, in my general investment accounts, I'm not going to try to time the market. I'm just going to be buying whenever I can. In my Freetrade account, I no longer actually deposit any more money. If I have any more money to invest, I will just put it in my Trading 212 Invest account. So it's also very unlikely that the amount of shares in my Freetrade general investment account is going to go up. That being said, whenever I am paid dividends, I'm going to reinvest everything back into the FTSE 250. So there is some chance that it will go up at a very small rate. So now I have my Freetrade ISA, and as you can see, I do have a few stocks and shares, but mostly it's concentrated in the FTSE 250. So this is where I made most of my purchases. If I go into my recent activity, you can see that I've sold on the 1st of August, bought on the 2nd of August, bought more, and then sold a bunch here. So on the 2nd of August, I bought 340 shares at £29.94, and then I sold them at around £29.19, making a small profit of around £30, which gives me a free share. But because of the volatility, I'm not worried too much that the price is just going to be hiking up. In any case, if the price does hike up, I do make money in another portion of my portfolio, whether it's in my Trading 212 account or in my Freetrade portfolio. So either way, you could say I'm quite hedged at all positions, and that is one of the benefits of investing with a lot more capital. If I go into my account, I still have around £20,000 of free cash ready to invest if the prices do drop again. I'm going to be keeping my eye out for any prices starting with £28, and I'm going to be buying that all up. Next time, depending on market conditions, I'm going to try put all my £19,849 when the price is good. So in my Freetrade ISA, I have 1,121 shares worth around £32,806, and as you can see, for the first time I am in a slight positive return of £27.28. This is because my average price per share is £29.24, and the only reason why I got that down is by selling when the price is a bit higher and then buying it again when it lowers down. Like I said, it's impossible to time the market, but given this much volatility and given the news of the Bank of England raising interest rates again, I personally believe that the FTSE 250 is going to drop quite a bit. So whenever it does rally up a little bit, I'm very skeptical that that's going to continue, and sometimes I will sell some of my positions, and luckily I can buy them at a better price. And lastly, my InvestEngine account, again, I have the Vanguard FTSE 250, VMID, all of them are the same ETF. I currently have around 15 shares worth around £554. In this portfolio, my total return is -£1, but for some reason it does say plus 2.44%. Honestly, I wouldn't worry about that. In my InvestEngine account, again, I'm not going to try to time the market. As you can see, once I bought for £27.67, which was an amazing price. Next, I bought it for £29.54, which is a decent price, and then I bought it at £29.67. More than likely, if you just dollar cost average into the FTSE 250 or any other good ETF, you're going to be making a return in the long term regardless. I like to do this for entertainment purposes and because it gives me somewhat of a sense of purpose. So make sure to check out some of my other videos, and I will see you in the next video.